Are you the hunter or the prey?
What is broken can be reforged. Pleased to meet you.
The dawn has arrived.
Welcome to Wild Rift. Minions have spawned.
Hi there, Tankster here.
Vigilant.
Today I am casually Emerald. No, this probably does not make sense because I'm obviously still Plat 3. However, for those of you that don't play Wild Rift often, the devs have made changes to go ahead and make the casuals feel like they're important. They gave them a rank system. They gave them an actual race system in which they do not get punished, in which you will go ahead and get challenger if you put in enough time. Casually, of course. It's been like 2 years since the top players and the pros have been saying that rank is not for everyone. It's only for those that you're only able to get a high rank if you're able to go ahead and grind thousands and thousands of games. Probably not thousands, but hundreds. But you gotta grind a ton of games just to go ahead and get platinum, since it's not all about fair skill anymore. I could have sworn that teamer was gonna die, but okay. I'm taking his damage. And we're good. But yeah, top players complain about how the rank system is, and for some reason, Riot decides to go ahead and create a system for the casuals that the top players and pros will complain about to begin with. So now we have a literal system is where you cannot get punished, and where all you have to do is just put in a ton of games, so you'll be casual challenger in no time. That's the funny part. Get baited? My brother and I was having an argument a while back when we started getting titles for ARAM. Give me a moment.
Shut down.
Yeah, we were having an argument, and we were saying, and while he's saying that ARAM finally has a rank system, no, it had a title system. Now we can go ahead and put that argument to rest after Riot decides to go ahead, after Riot went ahead and invested a ton of stuff into casuals. Now, the one thing I am surprised about the casual mode, about casuals and stuff, is that the PvP is not considered casual. I'm very shocked. People don't take PvP serious as much as rank does. But I guess we all have our own version of what serious is, so I'm not gonna make a big fuss over it. I deserve it for trying to go underneath the tower. Give me a moment.
Ally slain. Enemy killing spree.
Thank you.
I will
That would help
protect
to deal with Teemo. That item is just there to help me deal with Teemo. Take that stun. Going in. And we're good to go. Yeah, I'll take it. So why the ARAM video, you may ask? Well, there has been... good job. Well, there has been quite a few games where people are saying not to pick two supports, not to pick two supports, not to pick two supports. And I'm trying to figure out why it matters to ARAM. Yes, I sort of do get it, but at the same time, it's ARAM. It's a mode where people do not really care. So why are we focused that hard on team composition? You could go ahead and pick all ranged characters, no melee characters, and everyone is fine with this. You could go ahead and pick all marksmen, and everyone is fine with this. There is a bit of pushback when it comes to a ton of tanks, but for the most part, everyone is fine with it. And as of recently, which I am surprised about, there has been a ton of mage stacking, and everyone is fine with it. But for some reason, you don't want supports. Everyone, and each time, everyone has been trying to go ahead and balance team composition. Each time, everyone has been trying to balance team composition. Well, we've been losing majority of those games.
Rampage.
They're doing a good job. They don't even need me. Yeah, each time we've been trying to do a balanced team composition, we lose. So I need to go ahead and put out there once and for all that support stacking does work. Tank stacking is broken. I know that for a fact. But support stacking is like second broken. And I just want to go ahead and put that on the table. Let me go ahead and go in. I'm dead. No way I'm living. Hold on, give me a moment. This is bad. No.
Shut down.
RNG is RNG OP.
Stay at the vanguard.
It is what it is.
Enemy slain.
And that's AP Nautilus. I was actually expecting that because I had no equipment. I had no more resources.
Shut down.
Now when I'm showing you here, the cloak, you could go ahead and grab multiple of that. The problem is it's useless to go ahead and grab multiple of that because they all have the same passive. And those passives do not stack. But I'll go ahead and explain more on that in a later video. This should work. Hopefully. Again, only reason why I'm building this is because of Teemo. But yeah, I want to prove that support stacking works. I'm not sure this is a correct video because I think we all had different interpretations. Unfortunately, Leona is a full support. Morgana can be played in multiple roles, but anyone mainly considers her a support. Galio can play in multiple roles, but even though he can flex support, anyone considers him a mid laner. So I want to prove that this is worth it. That I could have helped out. I'm dead. Surprisingly, I'm not. Okay.
Ally slain.
I honestly thought he was gonna live. Ouch.
I will protect you.
Nah, I hardly have any resources. I'm gonna wait to buy because I have nothing else left. Now I can go in. I have my middle item. Ouch. I can go in now. Going in.
Rampage.
Support stacking, ladies and gentlemen. I had help from Morgana and Galio. I'll take it. Okay, that's bad. I'll chill. That was bad ultimate. Going in. Field stick should have moved. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a good video based off of our viewpoints, but I wanted to go ahead and try to prove to this video that support stacking actually works. It's not as great as tank stacking, but I believe it's second best in terms of staying alive and whatnot. You have a ton of supports at your disposal, and then all of a sudden the heals, the shields, and the shields, and the sustain is just there. The sustain is not as great as tanks, but stack them together, and yeah, it's somewhat busted.
Victory.
Hopefully, I did a good job showing you that up in this video. Otherwise, if you want a better legit video, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and grind more games, simply because everyone does not want to play support. I kind of get that. I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and find a pre-made to go ahead and record this in and do this in. But now that Riot has decided to go ahead and shift focus, I got everything I needed from the original rank. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and start playing casual more often. I'm not sure when I'm going to make the switch, but I am planning to go ahead and make the switch. Again, this is not a good video to go ahead and showcase support stacking. I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and try to grind for a better one. It is what it is. Noxus. Day or night, y'all have a blessed one. Peace.